Good morning, YouTubers. Today I am going to go over the Snap-on saw here. This bad boy is the bomb. It will cut exhaust. I've used it for wood. I've used it for just about anything and everything. See if this camera will focus in on all the goodies on it. There's your model number, as they call it, a reciprocating saw, and you've got your serial number. I like it because it's the 14.4. It's small, and I have had to use this up high, and it really it's very well built. Of course, once again, I like the Snap-on, and you got to have the Snap-on green. This is just a bad to the bone tool. So if you guys out there are looking to get a sawzall or reciprocating saw, this is the one to get. I mean, I have used it, and it's one of the better ones. I've used it to the point to where my DeWalt, it has outlasted my DeWalt battery wise, using it all day long. I've only have to probably change the battery once, and with the DeWalt I had to change the battery 3 times, just to give you an idea. And I'm not knocking DeWalt, guys. I'm partial to the Snap-on, and I love the Snap-on green. Let's go on to the next one. This bad boy here I have used, and well, let's see if we can get it focused in on. Sanding, it does okay with the wet sanding. I do a lot of wet sanding on wheels. I do a lot of wet sanding on my parts. It works all right for that with the smaller, like the 5,000 grit wet sandpaper. This is, I mean, and I've used this quite a bit, and you could see. And what I like about it is, and same way with the saw, I didn't tell you, you've got a variable speed, and as you push in on it, it will speed up. And I like that I can control it with my finger. And as you can see, it's got fast RPMs, but you don't want to do that with a piece of metal. When I first got it, I was practicing on a piece that I painted, and I was polishing it, and I want the maximum on it, and it literally burned through 2 coats of clear in a matter of seconds. But once again, I like it because you can adjust it with your finger, and it don't take very much, and it's very lightweight. If you used it all day long, I don't think you'd have any problems with, that's what I like, is the lightweight. It seems like it don't wear your arms out. I'll just put it that way. And I like the 14.4 stuff, and once again, I like the green. And you got 2 speeds. You got your 1 and your 2 on it. And this, it's not bad. I didn't buy any batteries for it because I've got plenty of batteries for all my other 14.4. I just like the 14.4 stuff. It's just, preference, I guess. But and I like that these are interchangeable, and the Velcro part is what I like. You could peel that off. And let me grab one of these, and if you guys have not tried any of these are the bomb. 3M makes them. There's the part number, but it's 5,000 grit. These will do just about anything justice. I mean, it just works good for polishing, and that's what I like, that I can y'all seen how easy that was with just one hand. And it stays on there. You know, I've had polishers in the past, and I spent a ton of money on polishers. I don't know. This one, I just like it. It does the trick. I don't have to worry, you know, whether that thing's go off flying. I've got one in a box that, you know, it kind of aggravates me because the old air type, you know, it works okay, but if you'll notice, it's gone. It was slung off of there. I haven't been able to find these. It's just old school. And I've got a lot of different polishers and things, but that's one of them. And the last but not least, in the 14.4, this one here is tough. I mean, I really like, once again, it's lightweight, and at the time he didn't have the green and I needed it bad. And it was funny because I pulled some wheels off of a car with this, and I had a buddy standing here and he says, there's no way that you're going to do that with that 3/8. And I said, well, it's 14.4, you know, it's, you know, I think it'll do it. And we both were kind of surprised because one of them come off pretty good. So we knew that whoever had taken the wheels off before had not torqued them at all. But this pulled every wheel off of a Dodge Challenger. I believe it was a 2010 model. And, you know, we both kind of looked at one another thinking, you know, because we know how the guy drives, and, you know, it's kind of scary, you know, that a 3/8 impact took the wheel. And there was a couple of them I had to use a cheater pipe on, but overall this took them off. And, you know, I like it. It's just one of them the deals that you know, it's variable speed too. You know, you got your forward and reverse. I don't have a battery in it right now, but you know, I've used the fire out of it quite a bit. Now let's go on to the next one, probably the last thing. And once again, this is, see if we can focus in on there. And there's your model number and that. And this is also a 3/8, but it's the 18 volt. Once again, you know, you got your light, and once again, you can slow it down, speed it up. What I like, it's got the lock on it to where it stops the end really, I mean, just instantly. And, you know, I wished he'd had it in the green, but he had it in the safety yellow, and it was the last one, and he didn't know how many more he was going to get in. And I got it because one of my impacts had took a dump before I got my Ingersoll ram, and I'll get into that one later on in another video. Y'all may have seen it on one of my other ones that I just got. It's an air impact, but this one, it will take the lug nuts off also. It's just a lot. The 18 volt just seemed to be the way to go on that, you know, because I did take the wheels off my pickup with this one. The 14.4, it would not budge them, and I'll be the first to admit that it probably is not meant for that. And, you know, I know the impacts are of the air impact, excuse me, but this one, it gets used. And guys, if you want to keep your tools clean in that, I use like your simple green or your Windex works really good. And just wet your rag down and just wipe them down when you're done, and they'll still look new. You know, this one, it's I haven't used it like I have a couple of my others. You know, A couple of my others I've banged around and kind of messed the ends up here and there, but this one I haven't used that much. It's probably one of the last ones I go to. I just like the 14.4s, and they work a lot better. So I just kind of wanted to do a video this morning on them. A lot of you guys out there, I don't know, I'm going to get the snap-on eventually, but the Milwaukee here, I've got both of them. I use both of them. See if we can focus in here. This camera's not focusing in like I like it to today. Sorry about that, guys. This is the 3/8. If we can get in on the model number there, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I would recommend this to anybody. I haven't used the snap-on one, so I don't know, but this one helps when I take the front ends of cars, and I take a lot of Dodge Challengers apart and things. I do a lot of lighting Dodge Challengers, and like I said, I've got both of them. The smaller one I like because, you know, you can get a small extension, and when I need it, it's there. Also with this one, I like it because I can put the Phillips bit on it, and I do a lot of interior work, and I like that I can hook it on my belt. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with Milwaukee. These are the better ones. This one here goes with a drill that I have. Right now I don't have the drill. I kind of got carried away with the drill, and it's being warrantied. That's one thing I do like about these. And you need to check, because like if you buy them from if you buy them from Home Depot or places like that, a lot of times you can take them back and they'll warranty them. I don't know if it's a 5-year warranty, but I know my gear wrench guy told me that on his stuff he'll warranty them for 5 years, and that's one thing I liked about it. You know, it's just one of them deals. But I recommend this one. You guys do a lot of impacting and things. I say get this one here. This one, you need, I think every toolbox needs to have one of these. If you can afford it, go out, get one. You're not going to be unhappy at all. I mean, this one, I've had it probably for a year now, and it has done everything above and beyond everything that I wanted it to do. The polisher, once again, I think, you know, if you do a lot of polishing, or you know, you want to do a set of wheels, sand a little bit. Now, I wouldn't recommend it, you know, if you're doing a lot of woodworking and things like that, because I don't know what the dust would do to it. But I've used it here in the shop with, I mean, there's a minimal amount of dust in here. And I just, you know, when I'm done with it, I blow it down with my air hose. And like I said, I wipe it down. I mean, it needs to be wiped down a little bit more. But guys, I've had this wet. I mean, I wet sanded with it for 8 hours the other day. I mean, I had a bunch of parts I needed to get done, and I had my grubby fingers all over it. You can see that, you know, it's still got some wet sanding dust and stuff on it, and it's still going strong. So I recommend this. Go out and get you one. If you want a polisher, a small one, you're not going to be disappointed in any of these tools that I've commented here today. And y'all have a great day, and till next time, God bless.